Hello. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey. It's good to see y'all. Good to be seen. And we are here for another live personal reading session last Tuesday of March. So, we already have some clients who have pre booked, but if you would like to participate, please see the description box below. While I am reading, I may not respond to comments in the chat, but I will respond afterwards out of respect for the client. Um, yeah, let me pull up my list here and we will get started. All right, so let me get this time step going. And all right. Hey, client one. Hey, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for booking with me. It looks like client one, you have 4 questions. So we'll go ahead and get started. So you said, I'm thinking of moving back into my parents' home to help get back on my feet. Okay. And you say, how will they receive me if I ask to come home? Interesting. This one? Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see, client one. How will client one's parents receive them if they ask to move back home to get on their feet? Once more. How will client one's parents receive them if they ask to move back home to get on their feet? How will client one receive them if they ask to move home to get back on their feet? Let's see. Got 5 of Swords here, the 5 of Arrows. We got an Ace of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords, 9 of Arrows. And at the bottom of the deck, one, there's the 3 of Cups. This 3 of Cups is like three's a crowd. That's what I'm hearing. Three's a crowd. I mean, and look at it. There's this like crowded eel amalgamation, and it's like they've been living as your parents without, I guess, um, long term guests. Yeah. Behind the Three of Cups, put this to the side, is the Six of Cups. Have you had to come home before? I mean, they are willing to help you, client one, if you need help, and they will give you a helping hand. If you look at the frogs or the toads here, it's like, yeah, we'll help you out if you need help. But I'm getting that this might not be like the first time. Not saying that you shouldn't use all resources available to you, but it's giving me the energy of, okay, again, we got to help client one again. There's a Page of Pentacles behind the Six of Cups here. They want to make sure that you're going to do as much as you can to save, and not like just putting little by little away. Page of Pentacles is of course starting over. And if you're starting over, if you don't have to pay rent or something like that, they're expecting you to be able to contribute. Not just contribute, but well, and not even in a big way. It's the Page of Pentacles. It's so doing what you can, but mostly putting more away than just a little bit, more than just $100 a month to get back on your feet. Like, they want you to really put forth an effort to save. Yeah. Let's go back to your spread here with the Five of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords, which is interesting, client one. This is interesting. This Five of Swords is giving me like they feel like you haven't done what you need to do to actually get ahead. You haven't used every opportunity. The Five of Swords or the Five of Arrows in this deck is all about winning at all costs and using all your resources and doing the things that need to be done. And it's like they don't think you've done that. And it stresses them out. I guess I feel like as your parents, they feel like they have misled or haven't done all they need to do to help you really be a hustler, like really do what you need to do to be a person who can help yourself. Because with this Nine of Swords, I'm getting this like, well, what did we do wrong? What could we have done better? I'm going to clarify this Nine of Swords here. Please clarify the Nine of Swords, the client one. Wow. Got the Nine of Wands, clarifying the Nine of Swords. Yeah. the Nine of Wands is all about perseverance, and they don't feel like they have raised you to persevere. Like they may have missed the mark somewhere. Yeah. They feel like you might be somebody who quickly walks away when, because the Eight of Cups is here, you quickly walk away when things get hard, like fold in the towel or throw in the towel rather. Can I clarify the Five of Swords here? Clarify the Five of Swords. Clarifying the Five of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, outside of gender identity, outside of biological sex, client one is somebody who takes care of home. And, you know, the Ace of Cups is all about putting forth an effort emotionally, like giving it all you got, having the heart to do it. And this is like, that's what it takes to make it on your own. That's what it takes to take care of business as a Queen of Pentacles, to take care of your own home, to take care of your household. So yeah, they feel that they failed in some way. And at the bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. They really would like for you to explore other options before coming home, but you know, if you have to, they'll welcome you. Yeah, I'm going to clarify what was at the bottom of the deck here. Clarify the Three of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles for client one regarding how their parents, will receive his request to come, their request to come home, to get on their feet. We have the Fool. They feel like you requesting to come home is a spontaneous decision, that you really didn't use every resource that you have available to you. You haven't tried to win at all costs. And it's a foolhardy decision to go ahead and just say, hey, I'll see if I can go home. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles, that you're holding back. You're not using all your resources. You're not using all your resources. You're being stingy with your actions. You're not doing what you need to do to win, to be successful at living on your own. And that's how they see it. That's how they would receive it. Yeah, let's go on to your next question. What does Spirit say I should do about this situation? Okay, let's get some advice from Spirit. Move this up. What's your advice, Spirit, for client one regarding this situation? Advice for client one regarding this situation? Ace of Wands, Eight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords, the Ten of Arrows in this deck. Don't This is a turning point for you. And what I'm hearing is that you should not, this Ten of Swords definitely represents flaking on yourself, betraying yourself, because this is an opportunity to actually do for yourself and save yourself, as opposed to, even though you may be able to go home, doing it on your own first. Yeah. And behind the Ten of Wands is the Chariot. This is about the direction that you're going in. And Spirit wants you to move towards a life of self-sufficiency and independence, and not one where you do run to somebody else at the first sign of difficulty or challenge. Mm. The Hierophant is behind that. Another major arcana. You were raised to do certain things and to be a certain way, to be a productive citizen um, in society. You were raised that way. Now, how you receive the lessons, you know, um, reality is based on perception, right? And everybody perceives things different ways. But somewhere deep down, you still have those lessons within you. So this is the challenge with the Ace of Swords here. This is the challenge. Are you able to meet the challenge? And this is not just a challenge, it's also a breakthrough. This is, like I said before, this is your opportunity. Behind that Ace of Swords is the Five of Pentacles. This is either, you're going to either sink or swim. And Spirit is just like, this is a lesson. Whether you sink or swim, it's going to be a lesson for you. Yeah, we're going to clarify that in a minute, but let's go back. Your family, Four of Wands is behind that. Your family is always going to be there. You'll always be able to go home. However, you have to at least give it an attempt. Give it an attempt on your own. You're stronger than you think with the Six of Wands. You are stronger than you actually think. Don't flake on yourself with the devil here. Do not flake on yourself. Do not be discouraged. If you're somebody who has been told by people from the outside that you can't do something, and you started to believe that, don't feed that beast. Spirit is reminding me of a saying that I've started saying a lot, but I heard it growing up a lot. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Yep. So let's go back to your spread, your original spread for your question, about your advice here. We got the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. But that's confirmation. Confirmation, client one. This is the opportunity, your opportunity to sink or swim and not allow the anxiety or the self-doubt or the prison that you or other people that have put you in this mind prison to dictate your actions. To dictate your actions, because with this Ten of Pentacles, yes, it represents family, it represents legacy. This is the beginning of you building your own legacy. This is what determines it. You are at a a turning point, and it requires you to take action with this Ace of Swords here. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords. Like what is getting in client one's way? What's putting client one in that mindset of defeat? Clarifying the Eight of Swords, please. Clarifying the Eight of Swords. You got the Seven of Cups. It's a delusion, an illusion of, well, I can't. It's too hard. It's too many choices. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups, or the Page of Cups, rather. Again, this is an opportunity, but you have to have that talk with yourself, that, so to speak, proverbial come to Jesus moment, where, or how about that? You know how they have that pep talk? That's what this Page of Cups is, because you starting from the beginning. You have that pep talk before the big game, or before the big match from the coach. You got to coach yourself. 22 was on the clock when I said it. You have to coach yourself, and you pick, because you have options, but you have to pick something and make it happen. You got to plan your work and work your plan. Let me clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles, please. The Knight of Pentacles. It's going to take some steady growth and steady work and consistency. That's just because the Knight of Pentacles is very consistent, and that just confirms what I was saying about flaking when the devil came out here. Flaking on yourself, flaking on opportunities to grow and to become. And this isn't me, please don't mistake my tone for judgment, because we all have been through challenges, and we aren't sure if we can meet the challenge. However, if you don't try, you definitely won't meet it. At the bottom, didn't I tell you? Turning point. That's the Wheel of Fortune. This is that opportunity right here, and Spirit is saying you have to be consistent. Not just consistent in saving, consistent with yourself, consistent with your actions, consistent with growth, emotionally, spiritually, as well as in your pockets. I just want, Spirit is telling me to go back to clarify this Ten of Swords grouping that came out from the question. Can we clarify the Ten of Swords from the bottom? Justice. Justice. You have to be honest with yourself and be fair. And it's about living a balanced life. Are you somebody, I don't know your age, you didn't advise me of that, but are you somebody who just wants to really party and bullshit like the big song? Because that's what I'm hearing in my head. There has to be a more balanced life, a more equitable life. Play hard, work hard. But in your case, to build and to grow, be honest. It's like, are you living balance? Are you making money and spending it faster than you make it? Let's go on to your third question. What guidance does spirit have about my relationship with my partner? Oh, hmm, let's find out. Okay, move all these up. Okay, spirit, what advice do you have for client one regarding their relationship with their partner? What advice do you have for client one regarding their relationship with their partner? Let's see. We have the Emperor, the Sun, and the Ten of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Pentacles. There's been a lot of work put in to the relationship, a lot of time and effort. There's been a lot invested, right? With the Eight of Pentacles in here, it is one that is fruitful, one that can you can receive a lot of benefit from, and probably have. Let me see what's behind this eight. The World. Mm. But I feel like Spirit is saying that, with this world, this chapter is ending. This chapter is ending. Yep, Lovers is behind that. Wow, there are a lot of major arcana here, which is telling me that there's a huge shift. It's a huge shift in your life. Like, this ending that's coming is the chance for, of course, a new beginning, but it's a big decision that's being made with the Lovers here, because somebody with the Knight of Arrows, and which is a Knight of Swords, isn't thinking things all the way through. The Knight of Swords is somebody who is fast to act, somebody who can kind of slick, very courageous, very quick to move without actually, quicker to react than respond. And what this relationship really calls for is somebody who has a little more patience and balance, with temperance behind the Knight of Swords here. And there's that Four of Pentacles again. It's like it's surrounded by like a lack mindset, like a um inability to meet the challenge, an inability to follow through, an inability to provide in some way, whether it is emotionally, financially, um, mentally, physically, because this is like Pentacles, so it's more about the physical realm. Yeah, we'll clarify that. But again, we have the Emperor, the Sun, and the Ten of Wands. Spirit is saying that this relationship, there's somebody who runs it. The Emperor is somebody that gives that authoritative, yeah, authoritative personality and characteristics. They take accountability. And what Spirit is saying, that there is a light being shown bright on the with the Ten of Wands here, the burden that the relationship has been. And I feel like it's because of the lack of accountability, the lack of discipline. Because the Emperor is somebody who's very disciplined, and it's discipline has been a theme in every single question. Not flaking, not showing up for yourself. Let me clarify the Emperor for client one. Clarify that too. The Moon. Yeah, afraid of accountability, not ready to step in completely into adulthood. Like, Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Has your partner been talking about a family and taking that next step? Because there is a fear of what should come next. That's what's surrounding this with the Moon. And it's giving me that you haven't even said anything, because this next step is going to change everything. It has to change everything. You have to change how you act. Clarify the Ten of Wands, please. Queen of Arrows. So your partner, your Queen of Arrows is a Queen of Swords. So your partner is somebody who, has been through a lot and is really, they are the ones who's feeling burdened. The Empress at the bottom of the deck. They're realizing who they are, and they're walking in their power. Not necessarily saying that this is a feminine energy, but the Empress is one, because we got the Emperor here. The Empress is one who is fertile, who is abundant. And when I say fertile, it can be because of children, or wanting to have children, or being at the age where they want to have children, but also want to be a parent, but also somebody who can call in the abundance and receive. And your partner is ready to receive the next level, ready to be at the next level. And they are really tired of where they are right now. They're ready to be at the Empress as opposed to the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So what say you, Spirit? What say you about this Eight of Pentacles? Is this an ending? Because I know the World came out. Yep, it is. Lots and lots and lots of major arcana out here for you. But yeah, you can, if you really want something to work with this, it's up to you to do it with, to make it work with the magician out here. Um, because if you don't, it's going to be a missed opportunity. It's really going to require your focus, just like with everything else. What did I tell you? Missed opportunity. That's what Spirit has to say on that. Let's go to your last question. Should I start seeing my ex again? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Spirit has a message for you, client one. Before I answer this question, go to the cards. Spirit is saying you have a lot going on just in life. If we remove potential partners from it, you are trying to decide if you should move back home. You are having money issues. And focus is really more so required on your life as opposed to on love. That is what Spirit is telling me to tell you, and to remind you that you have to get out of a relationship that you're still in. Like, figure out what's going on with that first. But we're gonna answer the question. I just had to, I gotta relay the message. Yeah. And they say you're kind of all over the place. You're kind of everywhere. Kind of like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. You know. So let's see. Let's go on to your last question here. Should client one start seeing their ex again? Should client one start seeing their ex again? Should client one start seeing their ex again? So we have a yes. We have a yes. And we have a no. So the Queen of Wands, Two of Wands, Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, King of Cups with the yes. They're like, go ahead. Spirit saying, go ahead, you're going to do what you want. With this Two of Wands here, you already started like planning to reach out to this person, and you haven't even addressed the other things yet. I see it right here. You're already out of the current relationship. In your mind, you've already left the current relationship. Even though you may not have already left the relationship, you're really attracted to this person, or they're really attracted to you, but you've already been talking to them. Y'all have already started like conversing and things. Mm-hmm. Spirit's like, go ahead. Do you. See what happens. Yeah. That's it. That's it. All right. Yeah, client one. I hope that works out. I hope it all works out for your highest good, honestly. Thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. And, we all have to get those lessons. We got to catch those L's. We don't lose. We either win or we learn. So, yeah. Until next time, client one. Thank you. All right. That was interesting. Hmm. All right, y'all. Let's move on to client two. Let's see. Get your timestamp going, client two. All right. Hey, client two. Hey. Thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with. Looks like you have two questions, and we'll get to it, client two. So you say, I feel like someone is pulling on my energy. Am I right? Let's find out. Let's find out. Spirit client two says they feel like somebody is pulling on their energy. Is somebody pulling on client two's energy? Somebody pulling on client two's energy. Is somebody pulling on client two's energy? They don't act like it wanted to come out. There we go. Where'd it go? There it is. Four of Wands with a yes. Five of Wands with a no. And the Ten of Swords with a no. And at the bottom of the deck, we got a yes with the King of Cups. So the answer, short answer, client two, I apologize. Short answer is no. There isn't anybody pulling on your energy here. It feels like, because the King of Cups is somebody, and I don't know what your biological sex or your gender is, so let's not even focus on that. Let's focus on the characteristics of the King of Cups. And he is somebody who has emotional management. He is somebody who is emotionally intelligent, um, strong social skills, a leader. Um, hmm, Client two, do you have a crush on somebody? Because this King of Cups isn't you. Hmm. Put this one to the side real quick. Yeah. Behind the King of Cups is the Six of Cups. Yeah. This is this feels like it's about somebody that you have like reconnected with. Maybe you went to college with them, or you went to high school with them, and you know how when you leave home or graduate or what have you, usually the people that you all separate and go your own ways. And I'm getting the energy like this is somebody who you knew, probably had a crush on back in the day. Now you've reconnected, and because back in the day when you didn't say anything, this is the Five of Cups. It's like that person that got away. That's the energy that I'm getting, because you never said anything with the High Priestess here. You kept your feelings inside, although I think they kind of knew. Yeah, we're gonna clarify that. Look, Ace of Cups, you did have a crush. There's cups all over here. It's like really nothing but cups. And then the High Priestess. Oh. Mm. But now there's this new Five of Swords is here. There's this, like, I'm gonna say something now. Like, like I'm gonna say something. Mm-hmm. If I get the chance, I'm gonna say it. You know, feelings be damned. At least I'll say something. That's all right, you know? Yep, because you don't want any regrets with the world here. Wow. Yeah, we're going to clarify this right here. But to go back to this spread about somebody possibly pulling on your energy, this Four of Wands, this is about, union and harmony. It's about home. And that's what I'm getting here. There's nobody pulling on your energy. This is a pull that's internal. This is an internal conflict about whoever this person is, and you don't want to, with this Ten of Swords, like betray yourself, miss this opportunity like you did before. Because you have this opportunity here with this Four of Wands, it's 11-11 possible, but you have to open your mouth because closed mouths don't get fed, right? So, yeah, it's this internal conflict, like, should I, shouldn't I? But also with the Five of Swords, sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Nobody's gonna stop me. And then you get into your head. Oh, yeah. Let's clarify this Five of Wands here. Clarify the Five of Wands, and then we'll clarify the Ten of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. It's like when you get into your head, that internal conflict, you back out. You back out. It's that lap mindset. Like, they don't like me like that. They don't like me like that. You psych yourself out and you put your own self in the code. Can we clarify the Ten of Swords? Clarify the Ten of Swords, please. Yeah, I hate that. Clarify the Ten of Swords for client 2, please. Oh, this one too. Get off my finger. It's the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups to clarify the Ten of Swords. This is an opportunity. It's the Ace of Pentacles. This isn't, the Page of Pentacles. This is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is that divine offering. Like, on the other side, there could be success. On the other side, these are two amazing cards. Client 2, look at that. Let me get that glare off of it. There we go. There could be, success. Better than this person could come back like, you know what? I've always liked you. With the Nine of Cups, which is fulfilled. But you got to get out of your own head. This is an opportunity for you to transform and be courageous. Because I tell you, client 2, you do this, and like you say what you have to say to this person, whoever this person is, you won't be too afraid of anything, because this seems like something that has set with you for a hot minute. That shoulda, coulda, woulda, that's lasted for years. But here's an opportunity that many people don't get to actually change an outcome. Yeah. I'm going to clarify what was at the bottom of the deck, what I pulled over here. Let me clarify for client 2, the King of Swords combo. Okay. King of Cups combo. I apologize. I think I said King of Swords for a reason, because King of Swords ain't never scared. Like, can we clarify that King of Cups combo here for client two? Ooh, the lovers. Haha. The lovers. This is a huge decision. This is a this could be a serious union here. Also, again, this is a huge decision that will make or break how you actually move forward in life because it is a major arcana. We did have death at the bottom of the deck, which is another major arcana. Like, and there's major arcana all through here. We got the world, the high priestess, and spirit is just like, do it. That's the Knight of Swords. Don't think about it, just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. The Knight of Swords isn't somebody who just, sits around and kind of like, let me pick this flower. Does he love me? Do they love me? Do they not? Do they love me? Do they not? No. Knight of Swords ain't doing this shit. Knight of Swords reacts and just sees what happens. And that's what Spirit is just like, just do it. The worst that can happen is they say no. But you'll never have to wonder. Like, even I'm getting, like, even if they say no, you'll still be like, you know what? But I did that. I finally did it. You get double pump. You remember the double pumps from back in the 1990s where they were like, yeah. Like, yeah, it's going to be like that. Yeah. How interesting how this kind of played out. Like, no, there's no one pulling on your energy. That's you, client two, dealing with whoever this crush is. That's that inner battle. So you're pulling on your energy. Yeah. What would be the outcome? Let's find out. Yeah, I'm asking. What would be the outcome? Has that conversation with their crush. Let's see. Ooh. Two separate decks. Two separate decks. That is the Ace of Pentacles. Just to remind you. Remember? Two separate decks. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. There's the Nine of Swords. And there is the Five of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. We got the Seven of Wands, perseverance. This is about changing your place, putting yourself in a place of advantage in life. This is about taking chances, taking risks, even if it's a calculated risk or one that's a Knight of Swords risk. Being willing to take that risk, and putting the boundaries up on those thoughts that keep you from doing things that you really want to do. Having courage. Having courage. I love it. So the possible outcome, again, is the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Cups. This is Spirit is saying that they're not going to tell me because they want you to do it. They want you to do it. This is the opportunity that they're giving you. And if you don't do it, then that's on you. This is your opportunity. Spirit's just like, yeah, we're not telling client two what the possible outcome is because they need to do this. This is about a transition of how they operate in the world. This is about courage. This is about empowerment. And I said this before to the previous client, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't do it, then it's because it's you feeding into the anxiety, you feeding into the regret of not following through and seeing something through that you didn't pursue before. It's just going to put you back in that same spot. But now there's a second chance. Wow. Your second question. I've been feeling, I've been getting a good feeling like something really good is about to happen. Can spirit give me insight on what's going on? Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, these. Okay. Give me 1 second, client two. All right. Okay, spirit. Client two has been getting a feeling like something really good is going to happen. And they would like some insight on what that is. Client two has been getting a really good feeling like something is about to happen. Okay, let's see. We got the 8 of Wands here. Page of Wands. And the Hanged Warden. And at the bottom of the deck, the 9 of Pentacles. I'm hearing independence, self-sufficiency, growth, prosperity. And yeah, something that you can't see. This is, a hawk. This 9 of Pentacles is the hawk with the eye covers on. So, they have access to all other senses, but can't see what's going on. Behind this 9 of Pentacles is the 7 of Cups, where you're going to have a lot of options here when it comes to either employment or I don't know if you have your own business, but clients. And be careful how you choose though. And behind that is the 8 of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, that's the business one. And behind that is the 5 of Wands. Let me arrange this. And the 5 of Swords. Ooh, yeah, okay. The energy surrounding this spread is, like I said, it's about independence and doing something on your own. Having the opportunity to make your way, but not getting in your own way, not allowing distractions and people or other businesses who appear as competition because you are your own competition. This is a chance that is coming towards you to be able to take all the spoils. Yeah. Going back to your original spread here, someone is going to come to you with an opportunity. This page of one, it's this conversation, and it's coming in quick. So you're right about this feeling because they've been paying attention to you with the hanged warden here. They've been, like I said, do you have your own business? Or are you somebody who is in management or um, just a hard worker and have been taking on a lot of projects or something like that? Because you're being watched and it's being, people are saying, hey, client too, they kind of know what they're doing. Clarify the page of wands, please. Yeah, so this is about either your business or your career. Did you apply for promotion or page of wands, justice, and at the bottom of the deck, nine of wands. Yeah, you are being given an opportunity here because it's going to balance the scales. Something that you've been doing has either made things more efficient or it has changed the operation. It's almost like I'm getting from spirit like how somebody can be doing, an SOP and people have been doing it the same way for years. And then one day somebody comes along and says, "Hey, why are we even doing this step? It's not really required." And we still get the same result, but we end up reducing the time that we spend doing it. Yeah. Can you clarify the hang warden? It's like you've made something easier, like change the efficiency, but also, increased productivity, which means money at the end of the day. To clarify, the hanged warden is the Queen of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords or the Ace of Arrows. This is somebody who is the Queen of Wands is somebody who is very confident. They know what they're doing. They are this person is whoever it is a very attractive feminine energy who's watching you and who is going to come towards you with this offer, have this conversation with you, because this is, excuse me, like I said, a breakthrough. It's like you have figured out a way to make some kind of process more efficient, more effective, and where people end up or the company or your business ends up spending less in the end. And this is something that is, that is being sent from the divine to balance things out. It's like you've been working hard from that nine of wands. You've been putting in the work, and now it's time for the reward. And it's coming from whoever this feminine energy is. Like she's very she moves like, I don't know. It's almost like she glides when she walks. Like she's somebody that floats on air and stuff, you know. And she walks with purpose. She's not kind of like, no, like she walks with purpose. Can we clarify this? Nine of Pentacles. This is going to raise you up. It might even, whatever happens, it may even change your tax bracket. It will change your tax bracket with this Queen of Pentacles here. But still, the Seven of Cups is here, and it's like, listen, you're gonna have options. You're gonna be able to do different things once this happens. Don't be down for the tomfoolery. Don't get in your way with the Eight of Swords energy. Let me clarify this Nine of Pentacles stack here. It's going to allow you to, like, people, whoever you work with, if you're not in business for yourself, if you are in business with yourself, you've been keeping things under wraps, and people think that you aren't able to do whatever you're able to do. But yeah, in the end though, you're going to walk away with the spoils. To clarify, that is the Knight of Pentacles, and at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. It's going to make a way for you to steadily grow and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish financially, whether that means expanding on your retirement, whether that means investing in properties. You'll be able to do that. This is your step towards fulfillment in multiple ways. You'll be able, with this Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, you'll be able to take care of your family if you are, if you have someone, interesting. I'm getting from Spirit that there's somebody around you. I don't know if it's a child or a parent, but I'm getting that they have a progressive condition, like MS or something along those lines. And this will afford you the opportunity to put whatever you need to put away, or even to plan for care if something were to happen to you. Yep. Because there are a lot of pentacles around you, client, too. Like, seriously. But this is about steady growth. So essentially, this is about your business. This is about your career and the shift that is happening for you. Congratulations. Okay. They want me to pull. Is that what this? Yeah. All right. Final outcome for client two regarding this career or business shift. Yeah, if this is like a business idea, this person right here is probably either coming to invest or buy out. hmm What can client two expect financially or regarding their career with this upcoming conversation, the outcome for client two? Eggs. It says starting over, saving up, resources, nest egg. Didn't I tell you? It's going to afford you the opportunity to start putting things away, whether we're talking about retirement, whether we're talking about, like I said, acquiring land or property. Um, if you do have somebody in your family with a progressive condition, being able to get one of those, insurance plans and feed into that in case something happens, or trust, it's, and at the bottom of it, you do have an idea. You did do something and you will be watched. You did do something. And this person is coming in to make an offer to probably buy you out. It says lucrative ideas, new income source, inspiration, entrepreneur, new job. So either if you don't have your own business client too, you did something for the company to save them a buttload of money and they want to pay it forward. That's a good company, I tell you that. If that's what's going on. So yeah, congratulations, client two. I hope this helps, and I hope it helps you for your highest good. Until next time, thank you for trusting me with your energy. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right. Let's see what we have here. I want to check to see if we've received any other clients. All right, we're good. We're gonna keep on moving and go to client three. All right. Let me put your timestamp in, client three. And just so everybody knows, I changed things up so I don't have to post timestamps any longer. I send the timestamp directly to the client, along with a link to the reading. So that way you can have for your own records what your timestamp is. So yeah. Anyway, let's go on to client three. You say, my mother passed a year ago in March. My condolences. And you go on to say, we didn't have the best relationship. As a matter of fact, she wasn't a very good mother at all. She was a narcissist up until the day she left this earth. That's unfortunate. Is she answering for all the things she did to and didn't do for me and my siblings while she was here? All right. Well, Let's see what Spirit says. Thank you for trusting me with this question. And thank you for sharing. Because yeah, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who have parents that are like this. So let's see. Is client three's mother, now that she has passed on about a year ago, is client three's mother answering for the things she did to and didn't do for client three and their siblings? Is client three's mother answering for the things that she did to and didn't do for client three and their siblings? We have Five of Cups with a no. We have the Six of Swords with the maybe. We have the Nine of Wands with the yes. And at the bottom of the deck is the Magician with the yes as well. Yeah. Spirit is saying she is answering. She has to answer for everything that she manifested in this lifetime. Good, bad, and ugly. There's a lot of things that she put into play with the Magician here, and strength behind that with the ego, letting her ego get in the way, which confirms what you said about her being a narcissist. And Five of Pentacles behind that with the Five of Wands. Ten of Swords behind that. And then with the Four of Wands. So the energy surrounding our spread here is that, yeah, she's having to answer for a lot of the things that she allowed her ego to do, for how she exerted her power. And I'll do that, power, because parents usually have, power over children, right? Their children, using manipulation in this sense. Because there were times where she put, damn, I'm so, ooh, this is fucked up what they're showing me. With the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, I'm not going to go into really, really deep details because that's your business, client three. But a lot of times, even as young children, she did shit on purpose. Like putting y'all outside in the cold, like literally. Only after, with the Five of Wands, it's not about competition. It's not about it is about chaos, because the chaotic household that she had. But this is only after she beat y'all. Then y'all would have to sit outside. So yeah, you should feel this is a lot of treacherous energy surrounding your home. This is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is about home. And this is the Ten of Swords. Treachery, hatred, jealousy. But yeah, Spirit is saying, yeah, she's answering for a lot of that shit. And just going back to the original spread here, with we have the Five of Cups, Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands. Listen, there's nowhere she can hide. She may be full of regret right now, but there's no safe place for her to hide. She has to go through what the angel, she has to go through. I apologize that the live restarted client three. What I was saying is that there's no safe exit for your mom. Mm-mm. She has to go through what the angels are going to put her through. She has to persevere. She got the same energy that y'all had to exhibit as children growing up with her as your parent. That's what she has to exhibit in front of these angels and the benevolent ancestors. All this regret, remorse, and all the grief that she got, it's not going to help her. There is no safe place for her. Nope. She has to answer. I'm going to clarify this magician pile over here. Just to remind you, we have the magician, strength, Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Ten of Swords, as well as the Four of Wands. I hate that you had to grow up with this person, somebody who was supposed to protect you and keep you safe. We clarify that, please. As a baby, and there was multiple, you had siblings. I'm hearing don't cry for her. I'm not saying that you do, but if you do, dry those tears up right now. Let me clarify the magician. We got the Queen of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. Ha! You know, the Queen of Swords, she's been through a lot. Learned a lot of shit. She has wisdom, and that's what your mama on the other side is going through. She learning a lot of shit. And with the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Spirit is, you know what? Rest assured, she is answering for what she did. Because she definitely didn't answer. I'm feeling like she didn't answer on this side. If she continued to do stuff all throughout your life until she left this earth. Yeah, she's getting unbiased attention right now from the angels. She's getting unbiased attention from the benevolent ancestors. And she learning today. She learning tomorrow. She learning on every day that ends in Y. Trust. Anything else you want client three to know? Anything else you want client three to know about this, Spirit? With a heavy heart. We got the Ace of Swords. Again, Five of Cups. Different deck. The Nine of Swords. Star. At the bottom of the deck. Listen. This reading right here, if you haven't already started healing, if you haven't already started your journey of peace, let it start now. Let it start now. There's absolutely nothing you need to answer for. You and your siblings have survived through adverse conditions that were not of your own doing. And everything that is coming to you with the star here, client three, is because you travailed. But it also starts with healing. Because we do have the Ace of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. Let this be your breakthrough. If you need, I will send you. I knew I said it for a reason that I'm not posting the timestamps anymore because I email the timestamps directly to you for for your records. So when I send you your email, client three, you can refer back. And when you need to, when you have those nights where you feel like, what did I do wrong? What is wrong with me? Why did she? Why did she? Nah. Nope. Not you. Not you. Don't you hold any sorrow. Don't hold any regret. You are whole. You understand me? You are whole. You're not half of a person. You are not incomplete. But you need to know that for yourself because that's where the healing begins. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with her. She's learning it. But there's nothing wrong with you and your siblings. This is your moment of awakening. This is your moment of truth. So if you have up until this point been struggling with finishing things, with accomplishing certain things because of how you grew up, it ends today. You are lacking in nothing and abundant in everything. So when you have trouble sleeping, when you begin to overthink, come back to this video and I'll tell you again. I will tell you again every time. It's time to heal. It's time to have peace in your life. Behind the star is the hermit. You need to connect with the angels, your benevolent ancestors, God, whomever it is that you reach out to for spiritual guidance. It's time to connect because they are calling on you. Pray, meditate, whatever it is that you do, whatever you're comfortable with. It's time to heal. And behind that is balance. It's time to balance. Listen, didn't I tell you this is a whole different deck? Magician is out here. Everything that you want. We got the star and the magician. They want to give you everything you desire, all the desires of your heart, everything that you need. But first, they want to heal your heart. Because then you'll actually see everything that you deserve. And if you have been settling for certain things in your life, they'll show you exactly what boundaries are. They'll show you the truth because we got justice here. The emperor is here. They will show you your authority, your power all these major arcana. This is major arcana. You saw me shuffle this deck. Also the Hierophant. That's them calling you. Not once, but twice. And you actually have a calling. There are some things they want to show you and teach you. But you have to sit at their feet, proverbial feet, and learn the Six of Cups. There's a lot they want to give you. But you also have to be willing to give to yourself. Love yourself and see the truth of who you are. Because what she did was Seven of Swords. Deceived you. Filled your head full of bullshit that won't real because of how she felt about herself. It's called projection. They're ready for you, client 3. They're ready for you. Can we clarify all of these major arcana here for client 3? Clarify these major arcana for client 3. We got the 10 of Wands. Let go of that heavy load, baby. Let it go. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. It's not yours to carry. It's not yours to carry. You taking on responsibilities that aren't yours. You like, are you the oldest of your siblings? Because it makes sense if that this 10 of Wands came out. Because it's like you feel like you have to build. At the bottom of the deck, we got the 10 of Pentacles. You have to take on the building the legacy for the family. But you're not doing it alone. You got to let go. You got to release and surrender. And it starts with healing. Peace. Just start. If you don't pray, meditate. You know, it's the same thing, but people call it different things, you know. But, or make it is what you want it to be. This is your journey. Just start with a couple of minutes where you are talking to your spiritual guide, the universe, whoever. But then you find a place of quiet so you can also listen and be consistent. And trust the process. It's going to be hard. This isn't an easy journey. And given what I've seen over here in that first deck, it's going to be some things that you have to face. But you're not facing it alone. They want you to let go. Let go of this load. Okay. You want me to clarify the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. 5 of Cups, please. Listen. To clarify the 5 of Cups, we got the Sun. They're going to shine a light on so many things. And you're going to be like, you know what? Why the hell am I sad about that shit? I didn't do it. I don't have to answer for that. And day after day, you'll start to release more and more until you're going to be light as a feather. You'll have that joy, that peace, that contentment, that fulfillment. But you got to let your folks in. You got to let your spiritual guides in. Can we clarify? Oh, didn't I say fulfillment? Can we clarify the 9 of Swords, please, for client 3? Didn't I tell you? Strength. They're going to build you up. Build you up. Because you're not doing this by yourself. There's that 10 of Pentacles again. You're not doing this alone. You do not have to do this building of your legacy and helping everybody by yourself. You got folks that you can't see, can't hear yet. I said yet for a reason. Waiting on you. I know that's not what you asked me, but this is what Spirit wanted you to know. Oh yeah. They're ready. Are you? You ready to be empowered? You ready for that inner strength? Because when you have confidence and not ego, it sits different. It don't just hit different. It sits different. People can see it in how you sit. People can see it in how you walk into a room. You ain't got to say a word, and people know when you have protection, when you're covered. And baby, you are. You definitely are. Ooh-wee. Thank you for trusting me with your energy, client 3. It was my pleasure to read you. I hate that you had to go through that, you and your siblings as children. And I hope that you get some kind of peace from this reading today. Like I said, it'll be time stamped and I will email you what it is so you can refer back to it. Take care, client 3. All right, we're moving on to client 4. Get this time stamp going. And I believe, excuse me, we have one more. Hey, client 4, hey. Thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy, client 4. You have 2 questions. And the first question is, well, let's start with what you said. I have a crush on the guy who manages, I'm gonna get my words right, manages my local grocery store. I never see a ring on his finger, so I don't think he's married. Okay. Your first question is he a good or decent guy? Let's find out. Spirit. Whew. Client 4 has a crush on the manager at the local grocery store. Is he a good, decent guy? Client 4 doesn't think that this person is married. Oh, okay. So we have a yes with temperance, but it came out in reverse. And they want me to leave it reversed. We have a yes with the 6 of cups. And we have a no with the Tower. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Wands. Okay. So I will say this, the energy that is surrounding this man, he is going through a lot. Like a lot. a lot. Because and some of this stuff that he's going through is actually self-inflicted, as evidenced by the guy with the head wrapped, but still standing. It's like he puts himself in a position with, yeah, geez, Five of Cups behind that. He does a lot of things that he regrets. Judgment behind that. The World behind that. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And the Four of Pentacles. We're going to clarify this. I know this was a yes and no, but I don't know. I don't know. And then there's the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a marriage card for me. Client 4. Oh, this one too? Knight of Pentacles. So, I don't know if he has great judgment with judgment here. Because it's almost like he does things and gets chances over and over again, but kind of does the same things, gets new opportunities with the World and the Ace of Pentacles. But then we have the Four of Pentacles, that he's like possessive. He is, he holds back. He has lack mindset. He's insecure. That's what it is. He is insecure like a mofo. So that's why he puts himself in a lot of situations where he ends up regretting things. Like his judgment is completely off, but he is married. And with the Knight of Pentacles here, they've been married for a while. Yep. But going back to our original spread, we have Temperance in reverse. We have the Six of Cups, excuse me, and the Tower. So he's an okay guy, but I don't know if he's the greatest partner. He is somebody who is, again, insecure. There may be some kind of addiction going on there, because there's an imbalance with the Temperance in reverse. Like I said, with the Six of Cups, he's constantly doing things over and over again, like not learning a lesson until there's like a big blow up, almost like a passive aggressive energy. I don't know if you've ever known somebody who's passive aggressive, but it's like the small things that chip, and you're like, hey, 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 and all of a sudden they kind of blow up. Yeah. And he can be selfish. Let's clarify this stack regarding this guy, and then we'll move on to your next question. So yeah, I guess he's an all right person enough, but not a great partner. Yep, you see it. Not a great partner. That is the card of strife and turmoil. Whoever this guy is married to is going through it. That's it. That's all on that. Let's go to your next question. What would be the outcome if I asked him out? Well, okay. You paid for the question, so we gonna answer. What? use this deck? Okay. What would be the outcome if client 4 asked the out? What would be the outcome if client 4 asked the grocery store manager out? What would be the outcome if client 4 asked the well, we got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We got the 5 of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. He would definitely be curious about it. About you, rather. And would definitely wonder about where things could go. Might even try to find you on the social medias. But let's, no, keep going here. Behind that, yep, he sure would try to find you on the social medias with the 6 of Wands. Oh, and then we go from a Page of Swords to an actual Knight of Swords. He would most likely say yes. Or even if he said, let me think about it, he would come back and say yes. Behind this Knight of Swords is the Hanged Man. Yep. He'd so do it. He would so go out with you. Even though he's been married to this person for a long time, and you know what, people do what they do. I have no judgment in when it comes to that. It is the energy of this hanged man that's kind of giving me pause. Uh, because of the insecurity. It's like he would have this energy of almost like paranoia while seeing you, because behind that is the 4 of Cups. um about still wanting to get to know you, but also not wanting to lose out on what he's got, because he's with somebody who's been with him for like ever, and that's a lot to kind of lose out on. So this will be in it would definitely be like a secret type thing with the 4 of Swords here. He's not somebody that you'd be able to just call on willy-nilly. You probably have to text him between certain hours, like while he's at work or some shit like that. Um, because this wouldn't be one of those relationships, if that's what you're looking for, that's like out in the open. It's kind of like, I talk to you when I talk to you, or when I can. Yep. We're going to clarify all of these. But going back here, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. You are somebody that he would be very attracted to, which would increase his curiosity. But then it would be one of those things where you both would, let's say if y'all did go out and y'all did end up starting like this connection or whatever, his insecurity is not just a part of his mindset. Hold on. It's my dog. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Now you kind of stuck, huh? So yeah, his insecurity isn't just a part of like his emotional state. It's also, finances. So there would be issue with who's paying for things. You having to foot the bill because he can't leave a paper trail. You know, and don't be surprised if he ends up asking you for money at some point. But he's totally going to breadcrumb you. Yep. And when you get to know him, you'll see that this isn't a situation that works well for you with the three of of pentacles in reverse. It's like, nah, I'm good. Like, I thought it was gonna be something, but then you'll realize like, nah, this ain't it. Yeah. Can we clarify this? Yep. That's the page of pentacles. He's he's somebody who is doesn't have as much. I don't want to say have as, yeah, he literally doesn't have as much to offer because his finances are tied up, one, but also he doesn't have the time to offer you. He doesn't have the energy to offer you. He's showing up as a page. The highest that he's gotten here is the knight, while you show up as the queen of wands. It's really a judgment call for you. It's really a judgment call for you. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So it's all in what you want to do. Client four, is that it? All right. We're going to leave it with that. Thank you for booking with me. I hope this helps, and I hope it helps you for your highest good. Until next time, client four, take care. All right. Yeah, that's something. Okay. And we are on our last client. If I can scroll down. Okay. So for our last client here, hey, client five, hey, thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Um, let's get started. You say, I've been considering moving to New York City. That really reminds me of that old Pace, is it Pace Picante commercial? Yeah, that really chops my hide. Anyway, moving to New York City to pursue a career in acting. I want to be on Broadway someday. Awesome. What would happen if I moved to New York City to pursue this? Let's see. Spirit, what would happen if client 5 moved to New York City to pursue an acting career? They want to be on Broadway someday. What would happen? What would be the outcome if client 5, ooh, wow, moved to New York City? That came out fast. It's the sun. It's the fool. And it's judgment. I do 3 card spreads. Each and every one of these are a major arcana, and they aren't bad. They are not bad, not bad at all. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords. Um, it's going to be a slow start. It's going to be a slow start with the 4 of Swords surrounding um, this energy, because the 4 of Swords is my chill. It's going to be like kind of like mm, not just chill, but also um, you're not going to hear from a lot of people. You may go out on a lot of casting calls, um, but you won't hear from a lot of people initially. Yeah. Behind the 4 of Swords is the King of Swords. You know, the King of Swords is somebody who looks at situations objectively, and is very logical in the moment. And Spirit is saying, um, be objective, be logical. You know, it is a numbers game when we're talking about going and auditioning and things like that. So, you know, objectively, um, are you ready? Have you planned for, the expenses? Because, New York is one of the most expensive states in the United States, New York City, especially. So make sure you have a plan, and you're planning objectively for, your life. But be ready. We have the Knight of Wands here. Be ready to do what needs to be done. If they want you to pirouette, be able to pirouette. If they want you to sing, I hope you can sing. It's like when they say move, it's like how Knight of Wands energy is, how bad do you want it? That's that type of energy. Like, yeah, you're saying you want to move to New York City to be an actor on Broadway. Knight of Wands energy is, how bad do you want it? But the King of Pentacles is behind the Knight of Wands. You also have to be practical about where you're living, how are you going to make money while you are auditioning. Is this going to be a situation where you can just leave the job to audition? Is it going to be a flexible job? How are you going to fund yourself? What's interesting is behind the King of Pentacles is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is most likely about your parents or whoever may be supporting you. Mm. Are they going to be supporting you while you're moving? While, like, the move there? Are they going to support you while you live there? What is the plan with that? Because I am seeing that they support the move, and they are literally going to financially support the move. Hmm. The 8 of Swords is here, which is telling me that there is going to be can't get in your way if you want to act. You can't be afraid. Of course, you know, there's a line that you have to draw. There's certain things that maybe you don't want to do. That's fine. But don't let it be something that you don't do based out of um, mindset or fear. There's a difference between not doing something because you're afraid versus having a boundary. Like I ain't, yeah, that's something I'm not gonna do ever. As opposed to I'm afraid to do that. I don't know because you're making a bold move to pursue something that is very bold. And not only that, with the Seven of Cups here, you are moving to a place where there is a lot. I don't know where you're coming from, but when you go to New York City, they can smell a chump a mile away. Not that you a chump, but they know a mark. So be careful. Be careful. Because they will piss on your leg and tell you it's raining, and a lot of people will believe it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But this is an opportunity for you to, you know, gain independence, experience a lot of things that you would never experience at home, and build a life for yourself. Even the magician is behind that. This is an opportunity to make it happen. Make it happen. And with this eight of swords, going back to, there are no small parts when you're trying to become something on Broadway, or if you were in LA, trying to become an actor. There are no small parts. So don't be like, well, I'm just a stagehand. I'm just a da 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 da. Like, how bad do you want it? Not saying that you have to, compromise yourself for anything, but don't minimize the part. Don't minimize the part. If you get a part, don't minimize it, because you never know where it's going to lead you. And it's going to be some hard work. The Eight of Pentacles is about perfecting your craft. And you will be in a position to learn from a lot of people, regardless of the size of the part. It'll give you access to certain people you wouldn't have access in, let's say, I don't know if you're in this state, in South Dakota. So, you know, be willing to come in and work and do your part and to learn. Learn. Yeah. See, learn. Learn about other people's work ethic. Learn about the producers and the directors, and which director likes this, which director likes that, what director people don't really like and why they don't really like them. But don't get involved in that crazy gossip stuff, though. But definitely pay attention. Pay attention. Okay, let's go back to your original spread. We're gonna clarify this whole stack here. But again, your original spread is all major arcana: the Sun, the Fool, Judgment. Man, moving to New York City to pursue this is an amazing opportunity. It's really up to you if you really want to do it. But this is actually something, with Judgment here, this is going to set you on your path, your divine path. You just have to follow it. You just have to do it. You'll be happy. There's going to be, like I said, it's going to be slow. There's going to be a lull. You probably won't get a whole lot of callbacks, you know? But that doesn't mean stop pursuing it. That's just the business. This is going to allow you to, even though you're going to be probably struggling, you're going to have so much fulfillment in your struggle eating ramen noodles because you're living the dream. I love it. A lot of people don't get this opportunity. Let's clarify the food. Clarify the food for client 5, please. The Knight of Arrows or the Knight of Swords. Yeah, go. This is double on it. Like, step out on this path. Do it. The swords is somebody who doesn't, they react. They just do it. Same thing with the food. Just do it. Just do it. Bottom of the deck. If there is any fear or apprehension, even if there are people who may be projecting their fear and apprehension, it doesn't need to stop you. It doesn't need to stop you. That's the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Can we clarify judgment? Clarify judgment, please. King of Wands. Somebody who's confident in their decisions, confident in their movement. And not only that, but this King of Wands is a chameleon. This is a situation. I apologize. Hold on. This is a situation where you are going to have to, adapt to your environment. It's New York City. You're gonna have to adapt, adjust, overcome, and elevate. This is one of those things where you're gonna start off as the fool, but you better learn quick. You better learn quick. Because like I said, they're going to know a mark when they see one. They'll be able to smell it. Bottom of the deck is Temperance. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process, but also keep some things to yourself. Especially when we're talking about emotional connections. People are going to want to take advantage of that because I'm getting the feeling that you are moving there and you don't know anybody. The people who are supposed to be around you, they will come. So don't, if you're somebody who quickly pours into other people or to get, not to get something back, but to get friends, to get a support system, reserve yourself a little or a lot. Because there are going to be people around you that will take full advantage of that. And you're not there to get friends. You're there to be an actor on Broadway. Okay? So don't lose sight of what the goal is. Can we clarify these with this one? Can we clarify the Four of Arrows? Four of Arrows stack for client 5, please. Regarding pursuing an acting career in New York City, today, act on Broadway. Again, perfecting your craft. Completely different deck. Just in case you don't remember. Where did it go? I can't even find it. There it is. Perfecting your craft. Yeah, be prepared to work hard. This thing isn't coming easy. Be prepared to rehearse. even when you're not rehearsing on your own. You may want to find, because you'll end up meeting people who have been there for a long time, and they'll have tips, tricks, and also places where they may go to rehearse that you could probably go to, that maybe, low cost or free of charge to do dances and things like that, if you live in a space that isn't spacious, because apartments in New York City and surrounding areas, they're not like big or anything like that. But yes, be prepared to really put in the work. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups with transition, and leave your feelings at the door, because this shit isn't personal. It's not personal. Again, you're not going there to make friends. Just remember that. You may make friends along the way. That's the cherry or the icing on the cake, but that's not why you're there. Yeah. Is that it, Spirit? Okay. So, Spirit, shuffle it. What's the outcome? Is client 5 other day. Okay. Outcome. Is client 5 gonna make it? Is client 5 gonna make it as an actor to Broadway someday? Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Is client 5 gonna make it as an actor to Broadway in New York City? Knight of Cups with a yes. Hermit with a maybe. Devil with a no. At the bottom of the deck, Page of Swords with a yes. Ooh, get that glare off of it if I can. There it is. The Page of Swords is all about learning, studying, being curious, paying attention, picking shit up, and being fast with it. This yes, maybe, and no, Spirit is telling you, you could definitely make it. But you need to go there with the intention, with the hermit, of keeping to yourself, minding your business, your literal business. This dancing and singing and acting and shit, that's your business. Focusing on that and all that other stuff, the gossip, the drama that deter you or detour you. Because it is New York City. You are going there with your heart on your sleeve. And that, my dear, that could be the thing that does take you off path. Because people will play to your emotions. They will play to your feelings. That's what I'm getting with this devil energy. Please clarify the devil energy. I'm getting manipulation. I'm getting, yeah, this one. I'm getting manipulation. I'm getting, lies. I'm getting people trying to get over on you, and they're going to play. Listen, 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. They are going to play you. They are going to try to play you and play on your emotions, play on how you give with temperance. You are coming in there with this Knight of Cups temperance energy, like givey and full. And I'm not saying be cold hearted, but I'm just saying with the hermit, you keep a lot of things to yourself. Remain guarded, remain protected, and let people earn your trust. Don't just give it away. Don't be free to hand out your trust and your heart to everybody who may have certain similarities as you, because these folks are going to take advantage of your kindness. Yeah, and that could detour you from your goals, trying to bend over backwards for somebody else, missing auditions to help somebody else, and they don't really need the help because they can do it for themselves. Okay, client five? Yeah, is that it, spirit? That's it, that's all. Congratulations. I love this for you. This is going to be a journey where you learn so much, so many activities. And I'm excited for you, client five. Yeah, yeah. That's exciting. It's exciting to move away from home and to pursue a dream. I've done it more than once. You don't have to do it just once, you know? Yeah. So that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for coming through, whether you participated or whether you just lent your good energy. So glad to have you. Like I said before, we love company. And yeah, if you would like to participate next week, the directions will still be in the description box. I'm pointing to my laptop, so, and y'all can't see it. Yeah. It's gonna be in the description. Would like, you can pre-book prior to next Tuesday. And yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I will be going live, everybody, Thursday, this Thursday on the 2nd, doing an all signs reading. This all signs reading is, as y'all have noticed with my readings, they are inspired by songs, because that's how spirit brings those messages to me. And this one that y'all can prep for is inspired by the Jacksons. Can you feel it? And we are talking about the shift that is happening for you. We're starting off with Aries because it's Aries season. So, yeah, yeah. I hope to see y'all there. And until next time, thank you so much. Y'all have a good night. Have a great week. And I'll see y'all Thursday. Bye.